Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how we can edit the Teamcard file which we shared over WhatsApp. The very first thing which you have to be taken care of is don't try to edit the same file through mobile because it will be very difficult for you and you will not get the same result which you're looking for. So we recommend you to download the same file to your PC and open it through Photoshop. So either you can use the same file which we shared over WhatsApp or you can download it from AEPL.cricket.com. Once you go to the site, you can see a downloads link on the menu. Just open it. And on the download section, you can see the second file, download Teamcard Photoshop file. Just download the file. Once you download it, you can open the same file through Photoshop. Once you open the file, on the right side on layers tab, you can see each and every layers are grouped for your convenience. And on top of that, you can see some of the layers are locked. This means you don't have to edit those layers. You can just keep it untouched. So you have to place each and every player's photos on this rectangle, inside this rectangle. And I'm going to show you how to do it. As you can see the rectangle layers over here. And under this rectangle layers, there is two layers which you can mention the player name and player profile. So sometimes you will have a confusion like, okay, whenever I'm placing a picture on this rectangle, will it go over it? So for clearing that, what we did is on layers tab, the topmost layer is name and profile, which is consisting of all this player and profile text. So you can hide it first. So it will be very easy for you to place the pictures exactly on the rectangles without any fail. Okay, once you hide the name and profile group, you already hide the name and profile group and its layers. You're going to place the first picture, which is your captain's picture. So you have to go to the captain group, open it, enlarge it. Now you have to select the player photo. We always recommend you to select it from head to maximum to the chest. If you are selecting the same size to all the players, it will look good, it will look unique, and it will be a clutter-free, clear profile which we can create. So whatever the size you need, you can just copy it. And before pasting, once again, you just make sure if you are placing on the which is the number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can see the layers. The first two is captain and vice captain, and from third we grouped it as 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. That means player 3 means this is the number. So what you have to do is the first one, captain, enlarge it, and you can paste the picture which we copied from the other image. Now you can see the image is very big. Now you have to resize it to the same size which we created the rectangle. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. So you have to place this picture exactly into the rectangle. So what you have to do is just keep this picture aside and select this rounded rectangle. Wherever the group you can see a rounded rectangle, you can just select that, and on the properties you can see what is the width of that. So what you have to do is now again come to the picture, select it and give the same width. So the player profile is already synced to that size. Now you have to drag it. You can place it without any, you can see some edges are going on top of it. So what you have to do is you just place it exactly where you want. And now the most important part, you have to cut the edges according to the rounded rectangle. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Now you can see the photo is placed on top of the rounded rectangle, but you can see some of the edges are not correct according to this. Okay, now we are going to correct that. So for that you have to right click on this and select rounded rectangle. Now on the layers tab, you can see it is selected here. Right click on this area and select pixels. Okay. Now you have to select the picture which you pasted, and you have to use Control Shift I, or from this select menu you can see inverse. Once you select inverse, just press the delete button. So now you can see the photo is placed exactly to the rounded rectangle shape. Now the first photo is placed properly, so we are just deselecting it. Just click on the layer, use Ctrl D, or from the menu select deselect. So the photo is placed properly and we finished it placing the first photo. Now you can go to the group, like select the next one, means the second photo, which means the vice captain's group. So you can select it, enlarge it, and select the first layer. Now go to the profile for the next player's photo. Here you can see the player is standing to the right side and the first photo which we placed is to the left side. So if you need to make all the photos to the same direction, you can flip the image. Otherwise you can use the same. Here I am going to flip the image using image rotation, and select flip canvas horizontal. So the image is flipped. Now I am going to select, as I said, from head to the chest. Okay, I'm just copying and I'm just making sure I'm on the vice captain's group. The first layer, I'm going to paste it. Now you can see the picture is pasted, but again it is on the different size. So we have to maintain the size. As we know, from the first rounded rectangle, the size is 303 pixel. So we are just selecting 303 pixel. So the image is resized to that pixel. You can just drag and place it properly to make sure the white background is not showing. Then again the same procedure. Selected, right click and select the rounded rectangle, and from here right click, select pixels, then select the photo which you pasted, Control Shift I, or select inverse, delete. Now again the second picture is placed properly and it is shaped properly. Now same way which we place the second photo also, you can do all player photos. You can place all the player photos in the same way. I'm going to do one more for your convenience. So as we finish the second layer, we are deselecting it using Control D and closing the vice captain's group. Now I'm going to place the third picture. Okay, so I'm selecting the player 3 group and selecting the first layer. Now I'm going to select one more picture. As I said, to make sure from head to the chest. Copy it and make sure you are on the same group and first layer. Edit it and paste it. Now we are going to resize this layer as we did for the first two. I'm going to resize this layer to 303. As you can see, in some photos when you are selecting, you can see the picture, the white background is showing. So what you have to do is, like, you have to just transform the picture and make it a little bigger. For that you have to use Control T and drag it from one corner to make sure the white background is not showing. So once you done with transforming, Just click on this icon and place the picture to the center. So now the white background is not showing, the picture is placed perfectly. Now we are going to remove the edges like we did for the first two photos. So for that, we have to select rounded rectangle, select pixels, then select the photo which we pasted now. Then Control Shift I for inverse selection, or select inverse from the menu and delete it. So again, one more photo is placed perfectly. So in the same way, you can place all the player photos. And if you need to make any of the photos brighten or make any contrast changes, what you have to do is like select that photo, go to image, adjustment, brightness, and you can just brighten it according to the requirements which you need. Now, in the same way which you're going to place all the 18 players photo here, once you completed that, as we said, we already make one name and profile group hidden. You have to make it active again. So once it's activated, you can start editing player names. Just select the text button and edit it. Now if you need to change the profile, you can just select that and you can edit the profile also. The same way you can do it for 18 players. So once you edit these things, the player profile pasting is completed. Now you have to edit the logo. Now for editing the logo, you have to select the logo, sample logo which we placed in the sample file. Right click, theme logo. Make sure the layer is selected. Now open your team logo. We prefer PNG file to make sure it is a transparent one. Control A, and I'm copying it and I'm pasting over it. Now you can see the logo is pasted on below of this. Nothing to worry. Just drag it to the top, and as mentioned, like earlier for the player profiles, right click the team logo and check what is the width which is mentioned here. Now go to the logo which we took and you can use the same width here, and you can place the logo on top of it. And you can make the sample logo hidden. Still you can see the logo seems a little bigger and it is going beyond the team name. You can just transform and resize it to make sure your logo is not going beyond the team name, and center it properly to the team namespace. So once you completed the logo place successfully, the next thing is like you can edit the team name. So for that you have to select the text and just enter your team name. That's all. And the same way which you pasted the player profiles, you can paste the team officials photo over here and enter their name and position. If you need to delete any of the layer, don't delete it, just hide it. Right click, right click the layers, and you can center these two parts, you can make it centered. That's it. So once you completed it, edited all these things, you can send the same file, same PSD format to us, So if any corrections, we can do it easily from our side. If you are sending it on like a image file like JPG or PNG, the problem is like we are not able to make any changes. So once you've done all these changes, save it and send the same PST file to us. So any changes required, we will do it from our side. Thank you.